G'day, my name is Dave Hodgson, and I'm the CEO and founder of Paladin Group of Companies based here in Australia. I'm really looking forward to coming over to South Korea in June and meeting all you guys, whereby we can sit down and discuss matters of the kingdom, especially as they relate to the marketplace. Matters such as how to grow your business really substantially so that you can fund your church and your kingdom assignment. There's a reason for growing our businesses. It's not just a prosperity thing. It's to do with funding the kingdom, bringing the kingdom of God into the earth. And when we do it that way, with that in mind, the Lord applies his favor. And we can start building massive companies to do this. We started with nothing in 2001, and we grew our company to over $100 million company in less than 3 years. We're nearly a $500 million group now, and we're funding the kingdom of God in a substantial way. And the only reason the Lord did this is because we figured out how to attract his favor. Now we have companies in water infrastructure, in mining, in energy, in health and fitness, in IT, financial services. Mostly these companies are in areas that we think are resistant to economic downturn, and we can discuss that as well when we're with you. We're heading towards becoming a $1 billion group, probably towards the end of 2018. There are certain contracts out there in the market that only one of our companies can do. No other company can do that in the world. So we think that we'll grow that way. Now, becoming a billionaire isn't really of that much importance to us, but it is when you want influence to change culture in the marketplace. So we build our corporation so that we can have influence. But I'm really looking forward to meeting you guys in June and teaching you all of the stuff, how we grew so big so fast, and also the understanding of why the Lord did it. Really important. So many Christian businesses are going nowhere when they should be having the favor of God. So we'll discuss all of that stuff and the practical side of it. I'm also the founder of an organization called Kingdom Investors, and this is one of the most strategic marketplace ministries in the world today. The reason it's so strategic is because it has a proper national vision for our nation, and the vision can be used for all nations, and that is that we are busy forming the world's first sheep nation here in Australia. That's the sheep nation as according to Matthew 25. I'm sure you guys all know the difference between the sheep nations and the goat nations. To be honest, if the world came to an end today, there would be no sheep nations in the world. They're all goat nations. And a sheep nation is one where society has dealt with poverty, trafficking, unemployment, domestic violence, drugs, suicide, crime, corruption, unfunded liabilities of governments, refugees, you name it. All these things that the Lord has wanted dealt with throughout history, but has never had it done. Solomon had a pretty good go in the 10th century BC, but he fell short at the end, as you probably know. This is all stuff that's not necessarily taught in church. There's nothing wrong with what's taught in church. It's awesome. We love our church, but we are fighting the war in a different theater of warfare. We're fighting these battles in the marketplace, not in the church environment. So there are different rules, which means there's a different message. I spent many years in the SAS, in the Special Forces, and I had to know our enemy in order to win those battles. So I want to teach you knowing your enemy, all about the Babylonian economy, and all the practical application of the kingdom principles in the marketplace so that you can overcome that Babylonian culture that actually fleeces most Christian businesses that I know. You'll be blown away when I show you how the Lord has turned $6 million into $147 million in just 2 years, and then on to $220 million in another 2 years, and much more than that. And again, ladies and gents, this is not a prosperity message. It's a strategy to achieve, to activate the kings, to engage their assignments, and collectively create sheep nations in the earth. So I'm really looking forward to catching up with you guys, and we'll look forward to seeing you in June. God bless.